How many of the eggs did you manage to get during that Easter Deathclaw thing? You got 5 of them?
Only 5. Yeah, unfortunately.
I didn't even know about it until like 2 or 3 days before the event ended, so I only got 3.
Yeah, right there's my eggs. My pretty eggs.
Yeah, it's a very nice setup. And if somebody really pisses you off, you can always just fast travel or port out and let them drop to their death.
You won't die though, that's the thing. You're up. I'm not up high enough to die. I'm a bloody build, so I fucking was like this, trying to change this fucking thing, and next thing I know I fell, I'm like, oh Jesus.
Yeah, I'm a bloody build too. So I feel your pain.
Trying to save as much as this cranberry relish as I can.
I've never really messed around with foods too much. Nice view of the lighthouse from here. I got my camera. Oh, hang on a second. I want to get a picture of that.
This cloth is so old, it is crumbled into powder. Did I get the lottery?
So was you able to make it?
Yeah, I do have the recipes for it. I want to get a picture of that lighthouse because that is an awesome view of it from here.
You might want to jump up here. You guys might be able to get a better view without my shit in it, dude. Especially when you're over on like towards this side. Centers it really well, you don't get too much of the road.
Actually, I kind of want to get part of the house in the picture. Yeah, I think I'm going to get it from down here.
All my camps, dude, have had beautiful views. I was at one point, I was talking to a bunch of scrappers I know, because I helped Baja Wolf out with scrapping. And one of the guys goes, "Your camp, right?" "Yeah." He goes, "You had the camp that's above the top of the world, didn't you?" I said, "Yeah, my camp was higher than the top of the world, not above." He goes, "I remember you."
You know, I do remember actually reading about that camp. That you were like the first person to ever get a camp up that high, I think, weren't you?
It was a floating camp on top of that.
Yeah.
It was you had to have Marsupio to get up into my camp. Like everything was down at the base, you know, all the stuff like to sell, you know, my vendors. But you had to have Marsupio to jump up to get to it, to get to the ladder, and then you had to have my pen to get in. If not, it was straight up pull.
Are you also the one who did the video about how to build a camp
No.
above the train drop?
No, I don't do videos or nothing.
Oh, okay.
The steel area by the railroad, that's the only areas I've had.
Now, full disclosure, I'm one of those people who are you familiar with the HOA?
No.
Okay. The HOA is a group that formed on Twitter that actually go around evaluating homes in Fallout. And they started posting videos about it. Well, recently they actually got invited by Bethesda themselves to come out and meet with them about all the content they've created for the game. And I gotta tell you, the setup that you have here is amazing by HOA standards. The only thing that would hurt you a little bit, I think, is the fact that you're building these floating camps. But this is an amazing camp. It really is.
My last one was over, what was it? Like one of them, it wasn't floating. And this is how, when I met Baja and them guys, the scrap community. I was over by the cliff watchtower.
Right.
So what it was is my base started off like normal base. You come up to my house, my base, and it would look like a it looked like a two by four. Okay, it looked like a 2x4 little shack.
Right.
But then off the cliff, I had going down the side of a cliff, all the way down. So it was like 4 stories below ground, off the side of the cliff. So when you look at it, you see a 2x4 deep. Well, no, it'd be like 2x6, and it was beautiful. It was amazing. I moved it because it was difficult to load in all the time.
Yeah. I built a camp similar to that style over by Newgad on the cliffs over there.
I just did this one just because I don't know. I've never built this type of ladder base. The only thing I wish they would do would be allow me to drop down the metal pillars.
Right.
All the way to the ground, so it actually looks like it's on stilts, not floating in fucking air.
Yeah. Do you have the metal post plans?
Yeah.
See, now if you could find a way to shift the floating part closer to the trees so that it looks like it's actually being held up by those trees, that would make it even more amazing, I think.
Yeah, for the time being, it's just gonna stay like how it is. I said, I destroyed my last one. I had it where inside where my piece was right here.
Right.
It was actually connected to the tree, which connected to the base, and how it came up. Anymore, it's like, well, that's. But anymore, it's like, yeah, whatever.
Oh yeah, I fully understand. The name of my camp actually has a name on Twitter. I call it Caravan City, and the reason I came up with that name is because of the simple fact that I'm constantly moving that sucker, and every time I move it, I change things around just a little bit. I'm never quite satisfied with how it looks. And one of the things I really like about yours is the fact that you're not using a lot of power for like your lights and stuff, because you're using the oil lamp, old style street lights, which I think is cool.
Let me go like this. I'm gonna add you real quick so I can send you a couple pictures of these. Was my previous bases.
Is there?
Okay, I'm tired of fat fingering this. Come on, let's figure out what the hell we're doing. Oh, you're there was, dude. I mean, it really was upset that I destroyed it, because I used to be, only thing it was 3 buildings, okay? One was my power and my admin station. One was like a little place for me to sleep. The other one was my vendor. The rest of it was open campus.
I gotcha. So very new user friendly, basically.
Yeah. Well, plus I just didn't feel like, I got tired of everyone trying to fucking
is its own reward. Sometimes a wet and dirty one.
They wanted to like do stuff. There's one.
would be upset if you tore that down.
Yeah, I mean, also, we had it where we had a trap where it slings you off of it. So all of us buddies would get together and just fun, just because we're bored, and that's what we would do.
The world is my dumpster.
But yeah, that's pretty much. Them are the bases I lived in. I mean, I got a couple pictures of my mule bases. It's like when I was doing for the Fallout vendor crew.
Right.
The head guy from North America. So when I made shops, you know, we'll take over workshops and shit. I always popped this one up, so they knew that.
That makes a lot of sense.
And everyone knew who I was, so
Or
they
John,
wasn't really
or
like
the drunk.
busting my balls trying to break down everything. But you
Right.
talk about oil. On the first picture I sent you, the big car light, a lot of that was replaced with oil light. I've been big into, I like just the way it looks, gives it more look. The only reason I add these is so it wasn't so dark and dingy.
Yeah, I fully agree. I really like the oil lamp and the fact that it lights up your camp nicely without having to clutter it with a lot of wires.
Yep.
See, back at my camp, I don't know if you noticed, but I have the generator, but all of my lighting and stuff like that is actually powered directly through the water purifier.
No, I didn't notice.
I connected the water purifier to the main generator, and then I connected just the power couplings to that, so that the wires are going into the ground on the surface, but you don't really see them when you're in the actual camp because they're going straight up above the buildings.
Yeah, that's the only problem with this, with these flowing bases, is only way I could have figured out how to do it is run one wire straight up
Yeah.
and have it underneath. I mean, that's the only bitch part about it. I mean, I guess I could have dropped walls down, but
Well, let's see here.
Do not
Where-
worry, Jingles. I will take good care of you.
but you can't really when you look at this, you see one wire running up.
Yeah, I mean, there really is no way to actually wire the floating part with the turrets without having one wire.
Still in progress.
But if you want to hide that wire,
I tried going up the bottom side of this right here, and it looks ugly as hell. Of the ladder.
right, but you see all these trees and stuff,
Oil spill.
you can actually hook power
I have
couplings up to
never
those.
seen
Yeah.
anything.
And
oh, I know. But
yeah,
the
and
thing
so I
is,
mean,
you're still gonna see it run into at least this tree right here.
yeah, the placement of it would be tricky, but the tree would hide the wire a little bit better, I think.
It's just the problem is, and a lot of people don't understand. This is the problem right there. Is that piece over here?
Where are you at?
This is
Oh, I see. Yeah.
right at the outskirts. This is as close as I can get it to get the acid without getting an effect of that. Because it gets
Right.
to a point where so much of it, you'll constantly get attacked. Plus that death bloom event goes on here. So it was like I tried to keep it as far away from them too. Because if not, this base was constantly under attack.
Right.
By the way, I don't see too many people doing that. Like what I just did right there.
I've done it a few times, but one of the things I've discovered by just paying attention to the math of it all is that using any kind of letters, whether they're the lit up kind or the metal,
What is this?
spelling out
Fraxo?
3 or 4 words can actually take up more budget than a turret.
Yep. That's the reason why I just put. Everyone knows me as Cap.
Yep.
So that's the reason why I that's like my my little. You know, you reached my zone, my house, any one of my bases, if you see that hanging up.
I gotcha. Well, I want to say thanks for showing me around. It is an amazing camp, and you do definitely find the amazing views, and you have all of the lighting and stuff perfectly placed, like I would be grading people on. So I mean, I'm just going to give you a great big thumbs up on this one. I'm not.
Honestly, the one base, my very first base, or not, my second base I built, that is the one that, out of all of them, I'm kind of pissed off I left. I never really wanted to until I went to the top of the world, and I didn't really want to, and that was actually the best one. I did the rug trick.
Yeah.
I put my water purifiers into my camp at the bottom. My base was, that part of my base was technically floating, not even touching the ground. The water purifiers was down there. Great view, great everything. It was just beautiful.
Now, see, one thing I haven't been able to get to work, I don't know if this particular bug has been fixed with regards to the bats. Like my underground camp, I have yet to be able to figure out how to place a water purifier.
It's been fixed.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because you can't do it anymore. You can't do it on the under and
Yeah.
bring one down, which kind of is a bummer, but it is what it is.
Yeah, because the only thing they did was they put the mat right here. I don't have enough budget at all. My budget's not.
No, that's okay.
But pretty much like how you did, like this right here. You see how them are. How some of these you can see their angle floating.
Right.
Like this.
Yeah, this
they
one here is a good
put
sign
the
of it.
mat like that, and then put the water purifier on top, and that's how we was able to do it.
Right.
But yeah, I do miss that because I kept all my stuff. That's how I kept everything. The only thing that was outside was literally my lead refinery. Everything else was inside. Water purifiers, everything.
Well, it is cool. Like I said, the only thing that you would probably get downgraded on is the fact that it is a floating camp. But that being said, it is an amazing camp. And with your permission, I would like to actually save a video clip of the little tour you've just given me, so I can submit it to the HOA. As part of my application process to become an agent.
Go ahead.
Awesome.